Let us begin. I almost forgot the very first thing. Alright, we did it. Doing this on the right side of the screen is awkward. I should also probably do a routing pass, because a lot of these puzzles could probably be done in a slightly better order. Especially like these. Should just double click on that one. Oh god, how do you do this again? Something like this. Ching. Use the minimum distance. Okay. I almost forgot, but I did not forget. I did not forget. I did not forget. Alright. That counts as a puzzle. And yeah, don't watch this run unless you're okay with the game being spoiled. You've already seen too much. I'm not quite there. I dislike the ones where you like have to turn your camera, because camera turning is slow. Yeah, reactivating the gate has its own special solution, and it counts as a separate solve. But you can't just enter in the gate reactivation first, or else it doesn't count. You have to deactivate the gate, and then activate it again, and then deactivate it. Like, it actually does take 3 cycles to do. Right. This is one that looks approximately like a swastika. Fun fact. And then I'm gonna do these in the correct order. You open the door and then you do the Dorito. Oh my goodness. Then you do this business. Which is probably faster to snipe, but it's also really hard to snipe, so no one's gonna do that. You approach this from the right. Okay. Here. You go this way first. I'm trying to figure out a better time to do the tree puzzles, because like doing them right now is kind of out of the way, but I just cannot think of a better time. Wish I could. I also wish there was a way to snipe this Dorito, but I haven't found a vantage point yet. I guess Dorito is a witness meme as well. We have Shakespeare, we have sandwiches, we have Doritos. Like, doing that and then these trees are just awkward in general. Get up there. There's the next one. Then one to the right.
I have salts!
Not that one. Hello, Steve. I haven't even looked at chat yet, but I know that's Steve. He's the only one that does catch. Hey, man. And yeah, once we get to challenge, feel free to do the whoops I dropped my bag of Doritos brands chips or whatever. Because that too is a good meme.
Did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite.
Dude, the broom closet ending is the best part of the witness. Absolutely. Alright, so 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Like, I think you can do the environmental puzzle before the trees, like, in between windmill cycles, and you can just do the trees, like, after Tree Island. I'm not entirely sure if that works, but it sounds reasonable. Yeah, Stanley Parable is one of my favorites. It's a very good game. There. Oh god. It's not okay. There. I'm dumb. I'm still dumb. Alright. I'm a smart person. Where is it? Where is it? It is here. One zero two one. Get down there. And 0212. Then from this side, 1012. Hello, Canadian Bacon. How long does this gate take to open? A non-zero amount of time. Split. I remembered. I got a 22:11, so 3 seconds short of as race time. But I have exactly enough time left for any percent, so that's what I'm doing for now. Alright, so it's a little bit back for this one. No, it's a little bit back for that one. And then you walk here for this one. Gotcha. Keep forgetting, you have to focus on the bottom left one. It's hardest to line up for that. So that goes around there. This goes up and around. This one is Pac-Man. These are mostly like what makes sense. This one is all the way around, but starting from the other side because I'm dumb. And this one just goes down. I'm solving puzzles. This right here, totally a puzzle. Then you go up here. Today will probably be a subway split. I enjoy Whataburger, but too much of a good thing is still bad. Alright, then this one, which I watched Day 9 struggle with for like forever. I'm not terribly surprised by it, because this is actually a fairly difficult puzzle. Then we get the Dorito. I should really try to hit this one from the boat. This one should be possible from the boat. And it would save so much time doing it from the boat. But you would probably have to stop the boat to be able to do it, because it ain't easy. Oh, oh, there it is. That's not it. That's it. Wait, is this one from close or far away? Close, okay. I'm not sure if I'll put the chair on cam. Okay, I'll turn webcam on for the subway split. It wastes a little bit of time because the game lags a bit when it's alt tabbed. But I think it's fine. We can have chair for we have chair for the webcam. Chair will make a triumphant return. Chest locks do not count. Like the video won't lag, but like the game runs slower. It takes longer for things to happen in the game. I'm pretty sure. Why did I split? Yes. Get over there. One day I will have every puzzle in the game actually memorized. Today's not that day. Then permit from bottom left. Really? Okay. Hello. Whoop. Not that. No, sir. Hello. Okay. Alright, we're ahead. We're ahead. We're winning the video game. Yeah, like 100% requires a food break. Alright, so the angle from which you can do this seems pretty generous. Alright, so just do it from farther back and it works. Then here, you just go all the way forward. Wait, I'm dumb. Alright, so 12-10, 12-10, 12-10. Alright, stream, I'm gonna need your help. I'm going to need your help. You have to remember a time. That time will be the time that the boat will arrive at the location where I have to do the thing. And I'm not gonna mess it up this time. It'll work. We will be launching the boat shortly. It will take exactly 12 minutes and 10 seconds to arrive at its destination. And if I miss it, I'm gonna rage quit. And nobody wants that. Wait. No! What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm doing that. And none of you can stop me. It's a 4-speed boat. 5-speed gets there in like 4:30, but it's also pretty dangerous to do 5-speed. And with this route, it just naturally gets there after 12:10 anyway. So that's what I'd rather do. Yep. Let me down. Okay, so we are launching the boat. We are launching the boat. 12:10 from whenever this goes. Alright, 12:10 from now. 1946 plus 12:10. Somebody figure that out. What am I doing? $1946 plus $12.10. 1946 plus $12.10. So it should be 31:56. 31:56 is the time. 31:56. 31:56. And don't lie to me. 31:56. Thirty-one 56, 31 56, 31 56, 31 56. Wait a second. That. Nope. Which one is this? That one. That's not even that solution. There we go. That's this one. Okay. That's not what you do for that one. Alright, whatever. I'm dumb! So let's see. Whatever, I'll just get on this. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's under control. Everything's under control. 31:56, 31:56, 31:56, 31:56. Get up here. Okay. So now we do what we were supposed to do earlier. I didn't open the door. This is probably going to overlap with the SCL by a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to raid the SCL probably like 20 or 30 minutes after SCL starts, and my match is not until an hour after it begins. So, like, I'm not going to miss my own match. Yeah. That's not where the stairs are. I don't know which matchup I am, actually. All I know is I'm scheduled for 6:30 Pacific, which should mean that I have plenty of time. I'm scheduled for 6:30 Pacific. I believe the cast starts at 5:15 or 5:30 Pacific. And I'm playing against Teetery in a best of 12 for the Copper League Championship. Twitch.tv/spyparty. Just snipe the thing. I was seeded into Copper League, so all my league matches were played against other Copper Leaguers, and I went undefeated. So right now I am the top seed in, I am the top placer in Copper League, but I still have to win the playoffs to be Copper League champion. Azure got 100% world record yesterday. I used to think it was yesterday. I didn't actually see what time he did it. I really need to stand further back on the elevator. Or can you? Can you see the end of this from, like, the back of the elevator? That might be a problem. I need to test that. Azure went up to the rocks? What a scrub. Azure does like his rocks, though. Hello? That's not the last one. Oh, goodness. This one is such a nightmare. Is this it? No, this is it. Okay. Wait. Here. Okay. And I actually have this one memorized now. Go me. 3156, 3156, 3156. 3156. We're making good time. We're making good time. 3156, 3156. Don't forget the flowers, don't forget the flowers, don't forget the flowers. I always forget the flowers. 3156. Hello. $31.56. We have 2 minutes. That's plenty. It's plenty of time. We can do some snipes in the meantime. 31.56, 31.56, 31.56, 31.56. $31.56, 31.56, 31.56. What? I'm dumb. 3156, 3156, 3156. Thirty-one 56, 31 56, 31 56. Okay, we can make it, we can make it. We can make it, guys. Don't panic. Okay. Thirty-one 56, 31 56, 31 56, 31 56, 31 56. Plenty of time. See, there's a boat. We're good. Okay, I'm not gonna miss it. I'm gonna line this up appropriately. You stand flush with the couch, like on its corner, right here. Nothing can possibly go wrong. Dude, I should have done like 2 more puzzles. What was I doing? I'm so dumb. Look at all this time I'm wasting. Okay. Okay. I can do this. I can do this. I just have to click on the boat. Like, literally all I have to do is click on the boat. Click on the boat. Click on the boat. Alright. Ready? Set. I am so angry! Like, what? Alright. I found something I need to practice. I guess that's the lesson here. Oh my god. Oh my god. It makes no sense. Like, I know it wasn't lined up right. That's obvious now. Oh, I forgot a
fearful ferret.
I forgot a Dorito. I forgot a Dorito on the other part of the boat, but I can go back for it. Note to self, you forgot a Dorito. Note to self, don't drop your Dorito. Were there stairs? There are stairs. Oh god. Come on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it, dude? Okay. You missed a Dorito, you missed a Dorito, you missed a Dorito, you missed a Dorito. You forgot a Dorito. Ah. Oh, man. I could have sworn I had the right. I forgot the Dorito. There's a Dorito. I literally told myself this. There's a Dorito right over here. Wait, that's not how you do it. God. I don't think there's a better time to do both than right now, too. Like, I don't know positioning for the boat. I wish I did. Oh, geez, my notes are not in the right place. No, yes they are. Yes they are. Yes they are. But they're back there. Okay, whatever. I'll figure it out myself. Okay, so you do this. You do that. Then that. And then this. Okay. I'm so bad at boat. I need to just take a screenshot of where you stand for boat. Send it through. Okay. 3543. 3543. So 4013. 4013. 4013. It's like a 3-minute time loss or something. 4013, 4013, 4013, 4013. What was this solution? Wait. I'm totally not at the right place in my notes, so I'm just winging. Oh, come on, I'm dumb. I mean, I can take my time here. It actually doesn't matter. Okay. Forty 13. Forty 13. Uh, 4013. 4013. Is there anything that I can do in the meantime? There's at least one environmental thing that I have time for. Alright. Alright. Okay, stand in the right spot. Is this it? Somebody better tell me fast. I got the one on top of the mazes. Okay. Alright, so I need a larger gap. That's my problem. I had too small of a gap last time. Alright. We're on track. I mean, I made the exact same mistake in my gold split, so like, whatever. Excuse me. Thank you. Low, high, mid. And you tear out your eyeballs while feasting your eyes on this monstrosity. Hello. Like, I could have done shipwreck puzzles while waiting for 5 speedboat. Like, that's probably the right strat. But I don't really care about optimizing when I mess up like that. Alright, so the L, but start to the right. That's not how you finish it. There's a Dorito. Am I stupid? Yes, I am. I'm glad we could clear that up, game. Okay, so here is 1. Here is 1. Here is 2. Here's 3. Oh god. Here is 4. Then these, what fun. Yeah. Okay. We go to church. They're just completion MacGuffins. They don't unlock anything. Also, hello us. They're just fun to find and do. Go that way.
And so, by a
Need
backhand
to
upside-down
double
argument,
click.
was predicted
Wait,
that there is
no.
in Carvin a level of...
There. Did that work? There it is. And then draw the dick.
It's absolutely simple.
And this is not the order you're actually supposed to do these in, but I felt like doing it.
Understandable. Got people. This
Oh my god.
scientific knowledge is hard to take because it removes reassuring crutches. This stuff's easier to take. Understandable. This is hard to take because it removes the reassuring crutches and leaves only what is demonstrated.
I've heard some stories about problems with VODs. I'm also not terribly surprised. 23102. Double click. Probably should just snipe this, but I think it's like faster to solve here. At least it's a lot easier. Directly up. No, not that one. Not that one either. It is this one, right? It is? It is? Okay. Okay. That's not it. Oh, it's still rotating. Okay. That was weird. I mean, you can fight it, and there's an argument that it's fair use. I can't guarantee you'll win. Fair use sounds a lot better than it is. Yeah, like, Twitch doesn't, like, basically never takes down VODs for copyright offenses. YouTube often does. Alright, so that's the important one to connect there. There we are. Getting all of these is so difficult. Okay, there's one. Here's two. I need to switch the order of these. Here's three. Here's... what? No. There. There's four. Here's five. Here's six. Oops. my god. Why won't you work? Okay. Laplacier, some of the puzzles you can figure out just based on what's on the puzzle. Others require environmental clues. I have a image slideshow of every puzzle in the game that I'm using for reference, so I'm mostly just doing that. Do I even have to open this door? I don't think so, but I am going to anyway. That's a split. I'm so bad at splitting. I'm the worst at splitting. Hello, Berserk? Sorry, that's my phone. That's my other phone. Here we go. Okay. Now these, God help us all. So there's this one. There's a 1. What? Excuse me? Right. There's a 1. There's 2. There's 3. Oh god. Here's 4. That should be it. I enjoyed the jungle puzzles. I thought they were good. This, oh come on. Here's a turtle. Here's 5. Oh my god. My god. That one is the actual worst. One, 2. Hello, Dilius? Da-da, da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Then look at the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's an environmental puzzle. And another one. Okay. Now it's me being confused about where the exit is, but I found it instantly, so good job, me. And that was the wrong order to do those two things. To the bunker. I don't really know what my favorite area is. I enjoyed all of it. I enjoyed doing star puzzles. Star puzzles were good. I also enjoyed the color puzzles. Like the cathedral puzzle, I almost solved without even finding the filter, just by like discerning what filter could possibly be applied to make it solvable. That was a really fun exercise. Get in there. There's like one desert puzzle that you can't solve that was really annoying, and that's about it. You do this one from up here, right? Yeah, okay. Shh. Let me in. Okay. I know, Neo. That's so great. I did forget to call the boat on my way to the bunker. It's not going to waste too much time, though. Yeah, Treehouse was really fun. It is the exact same puzzle, or at least it's the exact same solution. That was wrong. That was very wrong. I don't think that puzzle does anything, Momo. I think it's a red herring. It's like weird that it exists. That was a split. And what a split it was. I'm slow. I forgot to check cloud timing. 9 minutes? Yeah, okay. This is not a good time to do clouds. On the way to bunker is a reasonable time to do clouds, though. On the way to bunker is a reasonable time to do clouds. This, yeah. I have cloud cycle notes. The next one is at 109. The last one was at 55. So this is not a good time to do clouds. I would wait 8 minutes and probably cry. Alright, so for the next one we're going around there. Okay. I swear everything in this game is intended. Like, if you see something confusing, it's probably intended for something, and you just don't realize it yet. It's so great. I forget if controller strats worked for Castle or not. I'll assume not, so I'll continue to do 4-speed. This is the former world record. Azrae got a 309 something, I think. I mean, this might be the world record. We'll see. The only real big mistake was missing the freaking boat back at the castle. But what can you do other than actually hit the boat at the castle? Missing the boat is not recommended. Alright, so for this first one, I'm doing reflection at 5 speed. That's the plan. I need to practice doing this on 5 speed on not reflection. I'm not going to do it this run, though. I probably should, but I won't. I meant to practice that before doing another run. Hold everything. Go back. Yeah, world record failed challenge twice. The average player about 80 hours? I mean... I got through like 90% of it in like 20 hours. It wasn't that bad. Slow down. Nice! Oh, that was so good. That was so good. So good. Let me through. Can I not do it again? Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I just have... Dang it. That really sucks. I thought I'd be able to do that twice. You can probably see it. No? That's weird. I thought I was able to do that earlier. Whatever. It's fine. Can I not? Oh my god, I can't. This is dumb. Okay, I can. Are you lying to me? Don't lie to me. Okay. I swear I could have gotten both last time. Like, I didn't think the map was in my way the first time I did it. Alright, whatever. Actually, we do this. That was a bit slow. What? Alright, so you can see over the map. Good to know. Yeah, one line ends in the middle of the other line because the first line is visible from, like, a thing up there. So doing it in the boat is supposed to be like an extension of the one you can do from the ground, but it's faster just to do both from the boat. Alright, which thing is it? It's this one. Yes, okay. Now, everyone's favorite part. Oh my goodness. The cycle. I made the cycle. I hope I'm gonna be able to make it on the second thing, though. Should be able to. Nice. That's dumb. That's really dumb. I pushed against, like, the tree, and it teleported me back to the first one. I have no idea why. Alright, we missed a full turn of the windmill. Good job. Yeah, clipping on the windmill is a very strange thing. The desert laser should be aligned. That's definitely the same orientation I have in my notes. And I wouldn't lie to myself from my notes, would I? I mean, it's free to check, so I will. Yeah, I'm obviously not making this cloud cycle. Like, the next time I'll be able to do clouds is, like, after Marsh. Yep, it's aligned. We're good. We'll be here a while, though. Alright, so we did 3, now we're doing 2. I could technically save 1 for later, but I would probably just forget it. Why did that teleport? Oh god, don't do it. Okay. Okay. I'll just wait. I'm just gonna wait. Then some more boat stuff, and then treehouse. So basically I'm messing up everywhere that I messed up in my previous run. At least I'm consistent. I don't know the intended solution. I just clip. I enjoyed treehouses a lot. Marsh was difficult, but reasonable. Jungle was a lot of fun. I liked jungle. Go there. And we're doing 4 speed because 5 speed is difficult. Do I want to try for 5 speed? I'm going to try 5 speed once. It's not going to work and I'm going to lose a minute. But I want to try it. Alright, it's like this transition that's... It's either this one or the next one that's really difficult. It's this one. Okay. That's good. It's a good start. This game is really dumb. Like, what even? That's so dumb. Alright, 4-speed time. The boat is the worst part of the speedrun, by far. Like, doing environmental puzzles on a moving platform is not well implemented. Or doing environmental puzzles, like, on something that is moving. Like, Windmill and this are so buggy. So very buggy. Shipwreck door, I still don't know how to solve. And the last of the blue, like the whatever it is, the series of squares one in the desert temple in the water like room, the one that exits that room. I don't know how to get the reflection on like the sides. I spent so long trying to like see from every direction, could just never find it. Get up, okay. Ugh. I could solve these from the boat. It would be a bad idea, but I could. I would love to see a task of this game. It would have so much sniping. Alright, so here's where I would want to solve this Dorito puzzle. I have now determined that doing so is a bad idea. What? Get in there. Go around. Alright, we're doing 5-speed boat. It'll totally work. I have to plug in my controller. Hopefully the game recognizes it. Hopefully the game doesn't crash because, oh god, there's a control. Alright. Controller does not yet function. Come on, game, I need this. I need this. The game does not recognize the controller. You know what? It's faster to do this. Alright? Trust me when I say it is faster to do this. Hello? Come back. Come back. I mean, if the game just never comes back, then that's worse. There we go. Okay. Controller now works. I did not respawn on the boat once. I was worried about that. God, I'm gonna lose so much time this split. Like, if I didn't do that, I would have to do this next section on 4-speed, which takes 3 times as long. I'm ready for controller strats. Let us begin. Okay, controller time. Controller time. Just hold up, and it works. Just hold up. Just hold left. Okay. Success. Next time I need to remember to have my controller plugged in to start. For some reason, the transitions on the boat happen a lot smoother. Like, you just hold the direction on controller, and it works. Alright, we're doing this one at 5 speed, even though I don't trust myself on it at all. I don't trust myself. This is not going to work. This is a terrible idea. What am I doing? 5 speed is terrible. Alright, that was actually my fault, not just because it was at 5 speed, but whatever. Alright, and we're good now. Going back. I also should not be doing this one at 5 speed. Whatever. We're going fast. Alright, that one's easy at 5 speed. Alright, 5 speed, let's go. 5 speed backwards. Even better. What? Just let me start the thing. Oh my god. Alright, fine. We'll do 4. We're gonna be a bitch about it. Okay. Ugh. I don't know if controller would work for this one. Controller is good at making transitions, but it cannot move large distances all at once. Alright, so I have like 2.5 minutes to complete all of Treehouse. And there's also buoy RNG. We got bad buoy RNG. I guess I could snipe that in the meantime, but no. And now we wait. At this point, like, I'm never gonna scuttle a run. Mostly because I'm hungry and I'm looking forward to my food break, and if I scuttle and start a new one, that delays the food break. And also, like, I enjoy finishing runs. Like, this category is gonna have to get a lot more competitive before I actually start grinding out good times. I do have a lot more testing to do, though. Oh god. This way. Hello? That one could be a lot simpler. But whatever. I'm stupid. That's a 2. That's an H. That's an H. H. I solved the Dorito. Hello? Hello? And that one goes to the left. This one goes to the left. To the left, to the left. My time. God. The boat sucks. Hello. I'm dumb. I'm What? Okay, so it starts there. Moves 2 there, 3 there. Okay. Ugh. Alright, I've activated the treehouse. It only took 10 years. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Like that. Okay. I've already done purple flowers. So I'm saving like, I don't know, 5 or 10 seconds. Go me. Totally worth missing the boat. Should definitely do these shadows before the next bit. Okay. Do the marsh. Doritos are pretty fun. I think the Dorito puzzles are my favorite part of challenge, probably because it's the only time they ever come up. Dorito puzzles are good. Alright, I wonder if I can still PB. Let's find out. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Dude, shadows are not good. Okay. There we go. Then here, I need to be standing here. And to have the game not do that to me. There we go. I did the routing for 100% myself. It was a lot of fun. Uh, 137 is next cloud timing. I probably won't be there around then. Clouds are gonna be annoying. But then they always are. Too high. No such thing. What? That's totally what my notes say. That's totally not what my notes say. I lied. Okay. I'm going to remember where to stand. Everything will work great. I want to stand here. I want to click on this circle. I want to stand here and I want to click on this circle. Okay. It almost didn't let me off. And I was gonna break something. I'm dumb. There it is. I forgot to summon the boat. Am I gonna have time? I forgot to summon the boat. Whatever. So summon the boat, do that. Then do this. And then do the other one. Okay. Need to screenshot things a bit differently. Okay. Onwards. Hello? Hello? Thank you. And upper right, go left. Okay, and now I want to stand here. Now I want to stand here. This is a game about sandwiches, swastikas, phone calls, and Shakespeare. Alright, Jeffrick. Probably not gonna see that, so just put it in the Discord, and I'll take a look. Alright, Robin. That's probably a wise decision. See you later. Ritz Mitts indeed. And Doritos. I forgot Doritos. Doritos are the best meme. And then you do this. Because you're not dumb. Being slow on that one is the worst, because it costs double time. I approve of this meme. Nobody complain about it. It's interesting how all of these are available at the same time. So if you're stuck on one, you can continue to the next instead of them all being like locked off with previous. Okay. And walk back, do those, then do these. I mean, the most appropriate time to spam that? Wait a second. 137. The clouds are in alignment for 30 more seconds. I'm not gonna make it. Alright, I'm gonna check the clouds. They should only be in alignment for like 15 more seconds, and there's no way I'm getting there. But I want to at least see how close I came. If I had done all that faster. Oh god, I have to go for it. If they're actually in alignment now, this could save like 5 minutes. But they should be drifting away like exactly now. Come on. Stay. Stay. Stay right there. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Where is it? I found it. I did it. We've completed clouds. Alright, so they were in alignment a little bit later than I thought they'd be, so maybe they stay in position longer than we had previously assumed. I've never actually timed how long they're in position. But that was satisfying. Where am I going? I'm going back here. And I need to do the water one. Don't forget the water one. But we're good. They stay in alignment for 1 minute 10 seconds. Interesting, because I thought that they would be in alignment exactly at 137, and they were in alignment at like 138.30. So I think they come into alignment a little bit later than I have on my notes. So all of my times are accurate plus a bit. I'm off by like 1 or 2 seconds per cycle, and this is like the 10th cycle or something. Actually, no, this is only like the 7th cycle. So yeah, I'm off by like 3 seconds per cycle. That's fine. Also, I should do this one first. Oh my god, no. Why was I talking? Why was I talking? I did quit and that threw off my time. Good point. Good point. I did exit the game. I forgot to take that into account. Can I not? Can you not? Oh my god, dude. It's over. It's over. You can't solve it from here. It's actually impossible. Can't get to the end. Shit. Oh my god. I'm sitting there staring at it for like 20 seconds and just not doing it. Gotta do it now. There's no more efficient time. I'm dumb. This about evens out with the time I'm saving on clouds, so I'm not actually losing much time at all. I'm still angry. Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of waiting because I missed that. Like, that cost me 3 minutes. But that's okay, because it's almost time for Subway. Alright, so I want this to move clockwise. Let's see. I want this to move clockwise. There are literally 3 weights of shame as a result of that. 3. And this is, like, we're not even to the slowest one. This is the slowest one. I'm contemplating whether it might be faster just to take the boat instead of waiting on this. So I want that there. I could probably get Subway now. Let's be honest. So how's your guys' day going? Because mine just got shitty. This is the worst right here. This is the worst wait. It is not faster to take boat. The boat dock is so far away. Yes it is, Jake. Go play it. I now want this to be world record really bad just so this is in here. Can you see this? No. It's coming. It's coming. We're almost there. We're almost... okay. Yeah, so that was 3 minutes or so. All because I did not do this earlier. Azray runs this game, and I forgot his name. But a guy whose game, like, this is the first game he's ever run, and he's had the world record a few times. He was in chat earlier. He's
Just
on
look at Fearful
speedrun.com.
Ferret, the gaming god.
Okay. Did Dorito. Now I do this, which I almost forgot. We're good. Okay. I mean, I had the world record and then Azray beat it by like 7 minutes. So I guess 7 minutes is how much time I need to save, roughly. Get in there. Okay. Wait a second. Which one do you even start on? Alright, it's this one, okay. I'm not dumb, I'm just slow. There's a difference. Okay, I will be a lot faster at these because I actually memorized these for any percent. So we should save time here. Wait a second. Scoop them out. Then this. Then you draw the shape. Then you draw the shapes. Then you draw the C. Then you draw the shapes. This section is not for the faint of heart. Okay. Alright, so you draw an L, and then scoop out the blacks. Draw an L, scoop out the blacks. Scoop, scoop, scoop a loop. That's not it. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. Like, I enjoy doing challenge streaks. Challenge streaks are a lot of fun. But speed is also fun. Alright. Seizure warning. Flashing colors. Don't look. Seriously, everybody just don't look at the screen for a bit. This part is miserable. I'm gonna try to practice doing these blindfolded just so I don't have to look at it. I'm sure it'll go great. There. Alright. We're good. Like, I enjoyed solving the flashing colors, but my eyes hurt after a while. Like, I had to take breaks while solving those. I forgot to do the one above. Do the one above, do the one above, do the one above, do the one above. Not like that, dude. Not like this. Not like this. Do the one above, do the one above, do the one above. Is that bull? Ugh, boy. Okay, so put the blue back. Solve orange up. Get rid of blue. Solve orange completely. Blue to self. Okay, so we're putting blue back. Putting blue back where it came from. Or so help me. Then white, or orange scoops out black from over there. Leaves white there. And blue connects to self. This is one of the more difficult environmental puzzles to do, and it's one of my favorites because it's actually a puzzle and not just like, can you find the thing? Moo Cow, there's a challenge later on. It's actually coming up pretty soon in this run that has a random series of puzzles, and it's a lot of fun to do. Also, like, the overworld puzzles are all crafted pretty carefully. Like, it has good puzzle design, so the puzzles come in a good order, and you don't have to, like, tackle challenges that are too difficult for you too early or anything like that. Let's not forget to do that. Okay. That's a freebie. And that's a freebie. I'm just gonna do these now, so I don't have to worry about doing them later. Here. Yeah. And so I don't have to wait on the elevator later, which might actually be strats. Also, this is where these are in my notes, although I don't need notes for them. 'Cause I'm a gaming god. 2, 2, 1, 1, 2. Alright, so giant L. And scoop out white. Alright, secret area, woo! You ready for sandwiches? Is everyone ready for sandwiches? I hope you are ready for sandwiches. I also forgot to activate subtitles, so you'll have to live without. Actually, no, we're doing subtitles.
God bade me behold the sea, and I saw the ships sinking and the planks floating. Then the planks too were submerged. And God said to me, "Those who voyage are not saved." And he said to me, "Those who, instead of voyaging, cast themselves into the sea, take a risk." And he said to me, "Those who voyage and take no risk shall perish." And he said to me, "In taking the risk, there is a part of salvation." And the wave came and lifted those beneath it and overran the shore. And he said to me, "The surface of the sea is a gleam that cannot be reached, and the bottom is a darkness impenetrable. And between the two are great fishes, which are to be feared." Nefari, circa 970.
Wait.
What?
I'm going to the store. Do you want a sandwich or something?
You've been standing there for like an hour.
I didn't want to interrupt.
And I don't like sandwiches. Have you ever seen me with a sandwich? Why would you think I want a sandwich?
Say sandwich one more time.
No, I need some sleep.
It's okay.
want to read it right. We're gonna be hearing this a lot of times. Every little thing matters because it gets so multiplied.
It's good. It's already good.
Thanks. Yeah. But we've kind of picked high goalposts. Every little bit matters. Oh, can you get me a coffee?
What kind of barbarian doesn't like sandwiches? Seriously? This is also one that looks approximately like a swastika. I'm absolutely confident that there are better solutions than the ones I'm doing here, but they work. Dang it. Okay, excuse me. Alright. I don't have full notes on this one. Wait, where is it? Here it is. Okay, so you go... Oh, I remember this. Okay, this one's fun. This one's fun. I approve of this one. Then you go down. You go all the way across. And then you cross that one. And then you do these. And then you're done. Easy. 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 I forgot to split for mountain. I was gonna do that on the elevator. Oh well. I can actually just do that now. Hey. What? Am I dumb? I am. Truly am. Bottom staircase right. Cover white. Alright, you guys ready? It's time. It is time. This will be a PB, by the way, because I'm going to save like 4 minutes on clouds. Actually, it's more efficient to wait. We're going to do these in a different order. We're going to save challenge for the end. We're gonna save challenge for the end. Because it's technically a better route. Also, I'm really hungry and just want to speed up when I get my Subway sandwich. My Subway brand footlong. You guys are gonna have to wait an entire hour. But it'll be worth it, I promise. I do just want Subway. You caught me. You caught me. I mean, you get to hear classical music during this part too. Right, which part is this? Wait, later. I think this is right. Understandable got people in it. That is the line. Whatever.
It's a bunch of amino acids.
I think this is right.
Goes to build up
I think this is right.
a worm, or a geranium, or you. This stuff's easy to take.
Hey, I did it. Okay, okay. Squiddy, like, I know the location of the nearest 10 subways and their closing times. If I'm ever hungry for Subway, I will get my Subway. Those eyes, those beautiful eyes. Wait a second, it's this one.
That if they couldn't beat them. And so, several square blocks at the heart of the city were bulldozed into oblivion, destroying dozens of family businesses.
I was too late. I was too late.
Operated by my great-grandfather.
This is very difficult to get right. That'll work. I'm gonna lose like a minute because I started that too late, but I'm playing it safe.
Thriving commercial district.
Okay.
But like so many other New England
Hello.
cities, the advent of shopping malls had, by the early 70s,
There we
turned
go.
it into a ghost town.
Alright, success.
Worcester's solution to this problem was decisive, to say the least.
205?
The city's elders
So this will be
apparently
done
decided
at
that if
301.
they couldn't beat them, they would join them.
301.
And so, several square blocks at the heart of the city were bulldozed into oblivion.
And I'm not going to bother with webcam because that does slow it down.
Including the site of a pharmacy, once
So,
operated by my
enjoy,
great-grandfather.
fellas.
In their place was erected a
I'll be
vast
back
three-level shopping
in like
complex.
20-30
with
minutes.
cinemas and
I
a
will
food
eat my
court.
sandwich because
When the
sandwiches
dust
are
settled,
delicious no matter
only
what
a
this girl
few
tells you.
forlorn blocks of the old Worcester
And we'll sit here
standing.
and enjoy this.
My
Chair
radio
camera
show
riot,
store
fine, just for
was
you,
in one of
Steve.
those.
Just for you. Unfortunately, I don't know how to get back to the witness without literally control-deleting, so I will do exactly
Less than
that.
500 feet
Okay.
from my store. So now patrons had a choice between a clean, well-lighted
Enjoy the talk,
establishment with
fellas.
uniformed
Enjoy the
security
talk.
and acres of convenient parking, or a shadowy hole in a seedy old office building next to an adult movie theater. Consequently, I had plenty of time to fool around with the new computer. I taught myself basic programming. Then I learned Z80 assembly. Both, of course, so that I could write games.
Much obliged.
I also created self-running animated demos, which ran all night in the store window for the edification of the winos who peed in our doorway. Strangely enough, the few customers we had didn't seem to be interested in our new computer, even after the 16K memory upgrade. In fact, most of the people who set off the buzzer on their way through the front door weren't there to buy anything at all. They were there to exploit a free promotion, which was the bane of Radio Shack employees for over 40 years. The Battery of the Month Club. The idea of this promotion was simple. Customers got a little red card, upon which was printed a square for each month. 12 times a year, the lucky sales clerk got to punch out a square and give the customer one brand new AAA, AA, C, D, or 9-volt battery. Of course, customers weren't allowed to choose just any grade of battery. At the time of my employment, Radio Shack offered 3 different levels of battery excellence. First were the alkalines, powerful, long-lasting, and expensive, hanging behind the counter like prescription medication in gold-embossed blister packs. These were most certainly not available through the Battery of the Month Club. Next were the high-end lead batteries, sturdy, dependable batteries, moderately priced, and prominently displayed near the front of the store. These were also not available through the Battery of the Month Club. Finally, at the bottom of the barrel were the standard lead batteries. These were literally piled in barrels, cunningly located way at the back of the store, in a dark corner near the TV antennas. Remember TV antennas? Customers who came in looking for their free Battery of the Month had to walk the entire length of the premises, past the CB radios and stereo headphones and remote-controlled racing cars. Nothing would stop them. On the first day of every month, like clockwork, those customers came in waving their little red cards. I would look up from my programming and wave them to the back of the store. It didn't matter that the batteries were only worth 29 cents. It didn't matter that most of them were already half dead. They came, they grabbed. And as far as I can remember, not one of them ever paid for a damned thing. I was such a crappy salesman. I was young and foolish. I thought my education in game design was happening at the keyboard. I almost missed the lesson coming through the front door. Fortunately, I wasn't the only person fooling around with games on micros. All over the country, people like me were experimenting. Scott Adams was coding what would soon become the world's first commercial adventure game. Remember adventure games? My future employer, Infocom, was being founded, along with other legendary companies like Online Systems, Sirius, Personal Software, and SSI. Those were exciting times. Teenagers were making fortunes. Games were cheap and easy to build. The slate was clean. But in 1979, the biggest news in gaming had nothing to do with computers. On the morning of the autumn equinox, September 20th, a new children's picture book appeared in the stores of Great Britain. This picture book was rather peculiar. It consisted of 15 meticulously detailed color paintings, illustrating a slight, whimsical tale about a rabbit delivering a jewel to the moon. On the back jacket of the book was a color photograph of a real jewel, shaped like a running rabbit, 5 inches long, fashioned of 18-karat gold, suspended with ornaments and bells, together with a sun and moon of blue quartz. According to the blurb underneath, this very jewel had been buried somewhere in England. Clues pointing to its location were concealed in the text and in the pictures of the book. The treasure would belong to whoever found it first. The book was called Masquerade. It was created by an eccentric little man with divergent eyes and a talent for mischief named Kit Williams. Within days, the first printing was sold out, and the empire that never sleeps found itself in the grip of rabbit fever. Excited readers attacked the paintings with rulers, compasses, and protractors. Magazine articles and TV specials dissected the clues, floated theories, and followed with keen delight the reckless exploits of the fanatics. One obscure park, unfortunately known by the nickname Rabbit Hill, was so riddled with holes excavated by misguided treasure seekers that the authorities had to erect signs assuring the public that no gold rabbits were to be found there. Some hunters ended up seeking psychological counseling for their obsession. The craze leapt over the Atlantic Ocean and invaded America, France, Italy, and Germany. It sold over 1 million copies in a few months, a record unrivaled by any children's title until the advent of Harry Potter. Over 150,000 copies were sold in foreign translations, including 80,000 copies in Japanese, despite the fact that the puzzle was only solvable in English. It didn't matter that the Masquerade jewel was only worth a few $1,000s. Many seekers spent far more than that in their months of exploration and travel. It was the thrill of the chase, the possibility of being the one. Treasure hunts, secret messages, and hidden things seem to exert an irresistible appeal. They're fun to look for and to talk about, and this fact of human psychology has been exploited in computer games since the earliest days. It finds expression in the hidden surprises we call Easter eggs. Atari's Stephen Wright is credited with coining this term in the first issue of Electronic Games magazine. The first Easter egg in a commercial computer game appeared in an early Atari 2600 cartridge called, simply enough, Adventure. By a sequence of unlikely movements and obscure manipulations, players could discover a secret room where the words "created by Warren Robinette" appeared in flashing letters. Over the decades, Easter eggs and their evil twin, cheat codes, have become an industry within an industry. Entire magazines and websites are now devoted to their carefully orchestrated discovery and dissemination. They're part of our toolkit, our basic vocabulary, the language of computer game design. Computer gamers may have been the first to refer to hidden surprises as Easter eggs, but we certainly weren't the first to use them. Painters, composers, and artists of every discipline have been hiding stuff in their works for centuries. The recent advent of VCRs and Laserdisc players with freeze-frame capability exposed decades of secret Disney erotica. Thomas Kincaid, the self-appointed painter of light, amuses himself by hiding the letter N in his works. A number beside his signature indicates how many N's are hidden in each painting. Picasso, Dali, Raphael, Poussin, and dozens of other painters concealed all kinds of stuff in their paintings. A favorite trick was hiding portraits of themselves, their families, friends, and fellow artists in crowd scenes. El Greco loved dogs, but the Catholic Church forbid him from including any in his sacred paintings. So he hid them, usually within the outlines of celestial clouds. Composer Dmitri Shostakovich chafed under the political censorship imposed by the Soviet Ministry of Culture. His symphonies and chamber works are loaded with hidden signatures and subversive subtexts, which, had they been recognized, would have sent him to Siberia. Mozart's opera, The Magic Flute, is filled with musical allusions to the rituals of the Freemasons, the ancient secret society of which he and his mentor Haydn were members. But the most famous purveyor of Easter eggs is that champion of the late Baroque, the ultimate musical nerd, Johann Sebastian Bach. Bach was a student of gematria, the art of assigning numeric values to letters of the alphabet. A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, etc. By comparing, sequencing, or otherwise manipulating these numbers, secret messages can be concealed. Bach took particular delight in the geometrical numbers 14 and 41. 14 is the sum of the initials of his last name. B equals 2, A equals 1, C equals 3, and H equals 8. 41 is the sum of his expanded initials, J.S. Bach. These two numbers show up over and over again in Bach's compositions. One of the better-known examples is his setting of the chorale Vor deinem Thron. The first line of the melody contains exactly 14 notes, and the entire melody, from start to finish, contains 41. Another of Bach's favorite games was the puzzle canon. A canon is a melody that sounds good when you play it on top of itself, a little bit out of sync. Frere Jacques and Row, Row, Row Your Boat are familiar examples of simple, two-voice canons. But a canon can employ any number of voices, and you don't have to play each voice the same way either. You can change the octave, transpose the key, invert the pitch, play it backwards, or any combination. Finding melodies that make good multi-voice canons is a fussy and difficult art, of which Bach was an undisputed master. Now, in a puzzle canon, the composer specifies the basic melody and the number of voices, but not the relationship of the voices. The student has to figure out the position and key of each voice, and whether to perform them inverted and/or backwards. Bach wrote quite a number of puzzle canons. The most famous, BWV 1076, is part of a fascinating story. One of Bach's students was a fellow by the name of Lorenz Misler, founder of the Society of Musical Science. This elite, invitation-only institution devoted itself to the study of Pythagorean philosophy and the union of music and mathematics. Its distinguished membership reads like a who's who of German composers, including Handel, Telemann, and eventually Mozart. Applicants for membership in the society were required to submit an oil portrait of themselves, along with a specimen of original music. With nerdly efficiency, Society member number 14 decided to combine these admission requirements into a single work. He sat for a portrait with Elias Haussmann, official artist at the court of Dresden. This portrait, which now hangs in the gallery of the town hall in Leipzig, is the only indisputably authentic image of Bach in existence. The Haussmann portrait shows Bach dressed in a formal coat with exactly 14 buttons. In his hand is a sheet of music paper, upon which is written a puzzle canon for 6 simultaneous voices. In 1974, a manuscript was discovered which proved that this canon was the 13th in a series of exactly 14 canons based on the ground theme of the famous Goldberg variations. As if these musical gymnastics weren't enough, Bach liked to hide messages in his compositions by assigning notes to the letters. His initials, B-A-C-H, correspond to the pitch sequence B flat, A, C, and B natural in German letter notation. This theme makes its most memorable appearance in the last bars of his final composition, The Art of Fugue, published soon after his death in 1750. The word fugue comes from the Latin fuga, which means flight, as in running away. So the art of fugue is the art of flight, the art of taking a theme and running with it. Bach wrote hundreds of fugues, but none as sublime as this sequence of 14. In the last and most complicated fugue in the series, the first and second sections develop normally. This is followed by the B-A-C-H signature, and then suddenly, without any warning or structural justification, the fugue stops, dead in its tracks. One of the composer's 20 children, his son Carl Philipp Emanuel, claimed that Bach died moments after those last few notes were written. This story is probably apocryphal. The Easter eggs in Bach's music are a pleasant obscurity, known chiefly to professors and students of Baroque music. But in March of 2002, when this lecture was first delivered, those Easter eggs were the talk of the entire classical music industry. Sitting near the top of the classical music charts that month was a compact disc on the ECM label called Morimer. It was performed by the Hilliard Choral Ensemble, together with a talented but, until then, little-known violinist, Christoph Poppen. The music on Morimer is based on a geometrical analysis of Bach's Partita in D minor for solo violin. This analysis, by German professor Helga Thon, assigns numeric values to the duration of notes, the number of bars,
Just look at
and the
Fearful
German
Ferret,
letter
the gaming
notation
god.
of the partita. In doing so, she claims to have discovered the complete text of several liturgical ceremonies encoded in the notes. The CD presented these hidden texts superimposed over the original music. The result was strangely melancholy, dark, haunting, and very, very popular. Quite a few music critics attacked this disc. They didn't buy Professor Thone's analysis, dismissing it as a combination of numerology and canny marketing. Their caution was not without basis. Numerology is a slippery slope down which many a fine mind has slid to its doom. Allow me to offer an amusing anecdote from my own experience. Back in the early 90s, before the internet took off, one of the more popular online bulletin board systems was a service called Prodigy. I bought an account on Prodigy so I could join a fraternal interest group and gossip with fellow members around the country. One day, a stranger appeared on our bulletin board. Right away, I knew we were in trouble. This fellow, whose name was Gary, began spouting all kinds of apocalyptic nonsense about worldwide conspiracies, secret societies, and devil worship. At first, we tried to be polite. We questioned his sources, corrected his histories, logically refuted his claims, and tried to behave in a civilized manner. But instead of soothing him, our attention only made him worse. His conspiratorial warnings became urgent, approaching hysteria. He began to threaten people who disagreed with him. To coin a phrase, Gary went all uppercase. But his most urgent warnings weren't about the gays, the Jews, the Rockefellers, or the Illuminati. According to Gary, the greatest enemy of mankind was Santa Claus. Gary claimed to possess a secret numerical formula that proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that Santa Claus was an avatar of the Antichrist. Intrigued, we pressed Gary to reveal his formula. In doing so, we walked right into his trap. We should have known he had a book to sell. I fell for it. I sent him the $15. Less than a week later, the book arrived. Above an ominous photograph of the Washington Monument was emblazoned the title, 666, The Final Warning. Inside this privately printed 494-page monster, Gary reveals a simple geometrical formula, which he claims was developed by the ancient Sumerians. This formula assigns successive products of 6 to each letter of the alphabet. A equals 6, B equals 12, C equals 18, etc. Imagine my dismay when I applied this ancient formula to the name Santa Claus and obtained the blasphemous sum of 666, the biblical number of the beast. I went on Prodigy and reported to the stunned members of our interest group that Gary was right after all. There could be no doubt that according to the unimpeachable wisdom of ancient Samaria, Santa Claus was the Antichrist. I then went on to point out several other names which, when submitted to Gary's formula, also produced the sum 666. Names like St. James, New York, and New Mexico. Soon the bulletin board was filled with discoveries like computer, Boston tea, and most sinister of all, sing karaoke. Gary left us alone after that. I got my $15 worth. But Gary is hardly the first person to connect secret codes to the Bible. People have been looking for Easter eggs in the Bible for hundreds of years. The Hebrew mystical tradition of Kabbalah can be described as a geometrical meditation on the Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Old Testament. The advent of computers has made the application of numerology to the Bible fast and efficient. The latest spate of Bible searching was instigated by a book published in 1998 by Michael Drosnin, a former Wall Street Journal reporter. His book, The Bible Code, applied a skip cipher in which every nth character in a text is combined to form a message. By applying his skip cipher to the Hebrew text of the Old Testament, Drosnin claimed to have discovered predictions of World War II, the Holocaust, Hiroshima, the assassination of Yitzhak Rabin and both Kennedys, the moon landing, Watergate, the Oklahoma City bombing, the election of Bill Clinton, the death of Princess Di, and the comet that collided with Jupiter. He also found predictions of a giant earthquake in LA, a meteor hitting the Earth, and nuclear Armageddon, all scheduled to occur before the end of the last decade. The Bible Code spent many weeks on the bestseller lists, spawning several sequels and dozens of imitators. The Bible has certainly attracted its share of crackpots, but for the real hardcore egg hunters, nothing can rival the ingenuity, the tenacious scholarship, the stubborn zeal of those who seek the answer to the ultimate literary puzzle, a poisonous conundrum that has squandered fortunes, destroyed careers, and driven healthy, intelligent scholars to the brink of madness and beyond. Who wrote Shakespeare? The essays and books devoted to the Shakespeare authorship problem are sufficient to fill a large library. Several such libraries actually exist. Not even a day-long tutorial, much less an hour lecture, can begin to do justice to this complex, bizarre, and dangerously tantalizing story. Nevertheless, for the unacquainted, I will attempt to summarize the issue in a few paragraphs. The undisputed facts of Shakespeare's life and career could be scribbled on the back of a cocktail napkin. We know for a fact that a man named William Shakespeare was born in 1564 in or around the village of Stratford-upon-Avon. We know that he had a wife and at least 3 children. We know he bought property in Stratford, was involved in several lawsuits with his neighbors, and died there in 1616, aged 52. We also know that during those same years, a man with a last name similar to Shakespeare worked as an actor on the London stage, eventually becoming co-owner of some of the theaters there. We also know that about the same time, a number of most excellent poems and plays were published in London under the name Shakespeare. We do not know for a fact that the landowner in Stratford and the actor in London with a similar last name were one and the same man. We do not know for a fact that either man had anything to do with the poems and the plays. All we know is that those poems and plays have, in the 400 years since their composition, come to be regarded as a pinnacle of Western culture. The works attributed to Shakespeare appear to have been written by a man or woman who knew something about just about everything. They're filled with references to mythology and classic literature, games and sports, war and weapons of war, ships and sailing, the law and legal terminology, court etiquette, statesmanship, horticulture, music, astronomy, medicine, falconry, and, of course, theater. Therein lies the problem. How could a farmer's son of uncertain schooling, from a mostly illiterate country village, a man of practically no account at all, wield such encyclopedic learning, with so much eloquence and wit, so much wisdom and human understanding? For the first 150 years, nobody questioned the traditional history of the bard. Then, in the late 18th century, Reverend James Wilmot, a distinguished scholar who lived just a few miles north of Stratford, decided to write a biography of the famous playwright. Dr. Wilmot believed that a man as well educated as Shakespeare must have owned a fairly extensive library, despite the fact that not a single book or manuscript is mentioned in his will. Over the years, he speculated, some of those books must have found their way into local collections. And so, the good Reverend Doctor scoured the British countryside, taking inventory of literally every bookshelf within 50 miles of Stratford. Not a single book from the library of William Shakespeare was discovered. Neither were there found any letters to, from, or about Shakespeare. Furthermore, no references to the folklore, local sayings, or distinctive dialect of the Stratford area could be found in any of Shakespeare's writings. After 4 years of painstaking research, Dr. Wilmot concluded, to his own dismay, that only one person contemporary with Shakespeare of Stratford had ever demonstrated the wide-ranging education and expressive talent needed to compose those poems and plays. That man was the multilingual author, philosopher, and statesman, inventor of the scientific method, chancellor to the courts of Queen Elizabeth and King James, Sir Francis Bacon. Dr. Wilmot never dared to publish his theory, but before he died, he confided it to a friend, James Cowell, who, in 1805, repeated it to a meeting of the Ipswich Philosophical Society. The members of the society were suitably outraged, and the scandalous matter was quickly forgotten. Then, in 1857, a lady from Stratford, Connecticut, published a book called The Philosophy of the Plays of Shakespeare Unfolded. In this book, Miss Delia Bacon, no relation to Francis, claimed that the works of Shakespeare were written by a secret cabal of British nobility, including Sir Walter Raleigh and Sir Philip Sidney, as well as Sir Francis Bacon. Delia Bacon's book electrified the world of letters. Battle lines were drawn between the orthodox Stratfordians and the heretical Baconians. Literary societies and scholarly journals were formed to debate the evidence. Hundreds of pamphlets, newspaper articles, and essays were published defending each side and ridiculing the opposition with that self-aggrandizing viciousness peculiar to tenured academics. Armed with her explosive book, Delia Bacon journeyed to Stratford-upon-Avon and, unbelievably,
I've returned.
obtained official permission
I've returned.
to open Shakespeare's
I see that we have
grave.
lost about 2 viewers since I
However,
left.
When the moment came
This is the
to
greatest
actually
speedrun, I
lift
swear.
the stone,
Hello, fire.
Delia's self-doubt precipitated
I'm
a
sorry.
catastrophic
Chair is no longer doing the
nervous breakdown.
speedrun.
She later died
I brought delicious Subway.
in a madhouse.
We still have
Around
half an hour.
1888, things began to get a bit out of hand. U.S.
I missed a
Congressman
raid?
Ignatius Donnelly of Minnesota
I missed a
became
raid.
interested in
Excellent.
the Shakespeare controversy.
It's an even better
One
meme
day,
if I miss
browsing
raids.
through his facsimile copy of the first folio of 1623, he noted that the word bacon appeared
Alright.
on page
Hello,
53 of
Finzi.
the histories and also on
Alright,
page
so I have
53
here...
of the
I
commentary.
hit 10k followers, and I wasn't even
Also
here to see it.
noted
So I
that
have here
Francis
a chicken
Bacon
bacon
had
ranch,
written
foot long.
extensively on the subject
Uh,
of cryptography.
It's
Donnelly
February,
began
so all
counting line
classic
and
footlongs
page
at
numbers,
Subway
adding
at participating
and subtracting
locations
letters, drawing lines
are
over
$6.
sentences, circling words, and crossing them out. The result was a complex
I can't
and
wait.
virtually
I
incomprehensible
will also
algorithm,
not
which
have
he
my
claimed
microphone
was
on while
invented
eating.
by Bacon
But thank you,
to
Norcat, for the
hide
raid.
secret
I appreciate it.
messages
I shall now
inside
eat my
the first
sandwich.
folio. The greatest Easter egg hunt in the history of Western civilization had begun. Here are just a couple of the sillier highlights. A doctor named Orville Owen of Detroit constructed a bizarre research tool he called the Wheel of Fortune. This wheel consisted of 2 giant wooden spools wrapped with a strip of canvas 2 feet wide and 1,000 feet long. Onto this canvas, he glued the separate pages of the complete works of Bacon, Shakespeare, Marlowe, Greene, Peele, and Spencer, together with Burton's Anatomy of Melancholy. By cranking the spools back and forth, Dr. Owen could quickly zip across the pages in search of clues and cross-references. Employing a large team of secretaries and stenographers, Owen claimed to have uncovered a complete alternative history of Elizabethan England, as well as several entirely new Shakespeare plays and sonnets. Listen to this hidden verse, supposedly penned by the mighty bard himself, which inspired Dr. Owen to build his Wheel of Fortune. Take your knife, and cut all our books asunder, and set the leaves on a great firm wheel, which rolls and rolls, and turning the fickle rolling wheel, throw your eyes upon Fortune, that goddess blind, that stands upon a spherical stone, that turning and inconstant rolls in restless variation. After publishing 5 thick volumes of this rubbish, Owen announced the discovery of an anagram, indicating that Bacon's original manuscripts were buried near Chepstow Castle on the River Wye. Owen spent the next 15 years and thousands of dollars excavating the bed of the river with boat crews and high explosives. He died before anything was found. A fellow named Arnsberg wrote an entire book based on the analysis of the significance of a suspicious crack in the tomb of Bacon's mother. A Ray of Sanity finally appeared in 1957. To those familiar with the science of cryptology, the name William Friedman needs little introduction. During World War II, Colonel Friedman was the head of the U.S. Army's Cryptoanalytic Bureau. He is credited with cracking the Japanese Empire's most sensitive cipher. After the war, the colonel decided to apply his expertise to the study of the Shakespeare ciphers. He interviewed several of the experts in the field and prepared a detailed scientific analysis, which he published under the title The Shakespeare Ciphers Examined. His conclusion? In a word, bunk. According to the standards of cryptologic science, not one of the hidden messages purportedly discovered in Shakespeare's works was plausible. The rules used to extract these messages from the texts were non-rigorous, wildly subjective, and unrepeatable by anyone except the original decipherer. The people involved were not being dishonest. They were channeling their preconceptions. They were trapped in a labyrinth of delusion, mining order from chaos. Anglers in a lake of darkness. Lear, Act 3, Scene 6. You would think that Friedman's cold and ruthless exposure would be enough to silence the heretics once and for all. Not a chance. The books and TV specials and websites and conferences and doctoral dissertations keep right on coming. I should point out that the Shakespeare authorship issue is not only the preoccupation of cranks and weirdos. A substantial number of respected authors and Shakespeareans have expressed serious doubts about the traditional origin of the plays. The list includes Nathaniel Hawthorne, Ralph Waldo Emerson, Walt Whitman, Henry James, Sam Clemens, Sigmund Freud, Orson Welles, and Sir John Gielgud. Living skeptics include the artistic director of the New Globe Theatre, Mark Rylance, Michael York, Derek Jacobi, Kenneth Branagh, and even that most revered and scholarly of contemporary Shakespearean actors, Keanu Reeves. The current leading candidate for the authorship is Edward de Vere, the 17th Earl of Oxford, a theory first proposed in 1920 by an English schoolmaster with the unfortunate name J. Thomas Looney. What is it about Bach, the Bible, and the works of Shakespeare that inspires this intense scrutiny? Nobody's looking for acrostics in Chaucer or Keats. There are no hit CDs of the secret chorales of Wagner or Beethoven. For the answer, we need to recognize the unique roles which the Bible and Shakespeare have played in the development of Western culture. No other single work of literature has influenced modern English more than the translation of the Holy Bible published in 1611 under the auspices of King James I. The King James Bible exemplifies the meaning of the word classic. It has been called the noblest monument of English prose, the very greatest achievement of the English language. It has served as an inspiration for generations of poets, dramatists, musicians, politicians, and orators. Countless people have learned to read by repeating the phrases in this, the only book their family possessed. Our constitutions and our laws have been profoundly shaped by its cadences and imagery. But even the glory of the King James Bible, compiled by a committee of 46 editors over the course of a decade, pales before the dazzling legacy of the Swan of Avon. The lowest estimate of Shakespeare's working vocabulary is 15,000 words, more than 3 times that of the King James Bible, and twice the size of his nearest competitor, John Milton. His poems and plays were written without the aid of a dictionary or a thesaurus. They didn't exist yet. It was all in his head. When Shakespeare had a thought for which Elizabethan English had no word, he invented one. The Oxford English Dictionary lists hundreds of everyday words and phrases which made their first appearance in the pages of the Bard. Addiction, alligator, assassination, bedroom, critic, dawn, design, dialogue, employer, film, glow, gloomy, gossip, hint, hurry, investment, lonely, luggage, manager, switch, torture, transcendence, wormhole, zany. Hamlet alone contains nearly 40 of these neologisms. Who today would have this audacity, this giddy exuberance of invention? Only one other English author even approaches Shakespeare's facility for coining new words: Sir Francis Bacon. In the modern era, the record holder is Charles Dodgson, better known as Lewis Carroll, who, interestingly, also happens to be the second most quoted author in English, after Shakespeare. Everyone has been profoundly molded by the influences of
I
the
believe
King
the
James
only
Bible
things I have left to
and
do
Shakespeare.
are challenge and
Like
get
it
in the
or
last
not,
elevator.
all of us peer at
This
the
ends
world
right around
through the
301.
lenses of
I think
these
world record is
great
at 309.
works. They
So
are the
if I get
primary
challenged
source
first try
documents of
and reasonably
modern
quickly,
English thought,
this could be world record.
the style guides of our minds.
Just saying.
Contemplating these
Just
dazzling
saying.
jewels of wisdom and eloquence gives rise to an extraordinary feeling, a potent, rare, and precious emotion with the potential to completely upset your life. An emotion powerful enough to make a man abandon his wife and children, forfeit career and reputation, lay down his possessions, and follow his heart without questioning. That sweet, sweet fusion of wonder and fear, irresistible attraction, and soul-numbing dread known as awe. Awe is the grail of artistic achievement. No other human emotion possesses such raw, transformative power, and none is more difficult to evoke. Few and far between are the works of man that qualify as truly awesome. It is awe that convinces a rabbi to spend a lifetime decoding Yahweh from the Pentateuch. Awe that sends millions of visitors each year to the pyramids of Giza, Guadalupe, and Mecca.
There are a
It was
number of
awe
different times when you
that
can do
drove
windmill.
Poor Delia Bacon to her doom. Now, please don't.
I
come
did
away
it at
from
a
this
time where it
lecture
doesn't lose
thinking
time
that
to
the
do.
key to awesome game design is the installation of Easter eggs.
I enjoy Challenge
Ordinary
Rodar.
games with their contrived
Those are really
Easter
fun.
eggs and cheat codes are like the Battery of the Month Club. You have to trudge down to the back of the store
For
to get what you
marathon,
really
like,
came
I'm going to
for.
submit
If
99.7%.
superpower is what people really want,
But
why not just
for
give
competitive
it to them?
100% runs, this is
our
mandatory.
imagination so impoverished that we have to resort to marketing gimmicks to keep players interested in our games? Awesome things don't hold anything back. Awesome things are rich and generous. The treasure is right there. One afternoon, I was sitting alone behind the counter at that old Radio Shack store. My boss had stepped out for some reason. An elderly woman walked through the front door. Like most of our customers, she was shabbily dressed, probably on a fixed income. I assumed she was there for her free battery, but instead, she placed a portable radio on the counter. This little radio came from the days when they boasted about the number of transistors inside on the case. It was completely wrapped in dirty white medical tape. The woman looked at me and asked, "Can you fix this?" Slowly, I unwrapped the medical tape, peeling away the layers until the back cover of the radio fell off, accompanied by a cloud of red dust. The interior of the radio was half eaten away by battery leakage and corrosion. I looked at the radio. I looked at the old woman. I looked back at the radio. I reached behind me, where the expensive alkaline batteries were hanging like prescription medication, and removed a gleaming 9-volt cell from its gold blister pack. Then I pulled a brand new transistor radio from a box, installed the alkaline, and helped the lady find her favorite station. No money changed hands. She left the store without saying a word. Awesome things are kind of like that. Bach offered his students
So I'm reading about this guy on
very
Wikipedia.
specific insight
Apparently this
into the
talk
source of awe.
was turned into an amateur dramatic production.
In addition to BACH,
Okay.
2 other sets of initials are also associated with Bach's music. These initials are not hidden in the notes. Instead,
Thanks for the raid, Nor.
they're scrawled
My
right
chair
across
really
the top
appreciates
of the
it.
manuscript for the whole world to see. The
There's
initials
about 10
are
more minutes.
SDG
It ends at 3:01, roughly.
and JJ. SDG stands for the Latin phrase Sole Deo
Pillars are
Gloria,
tough. Pillars are really tough.
glory of God.
This isn't a
alone.
cutscene.
JJ
You can do
stands
things.
for Jesu Juva.
It's not a good idea.
Help me, Jesus.
I'm scared to touch my mouse because I might misclick.
Bach wrote all of his great masterpieces sub specie aeternitatis, under the aspect.
I have been streaming about 5 hours. I'm hearing on Twitter that
He
the
did
Spy
not
Party
compose
servers are having
only to
problems,
please his
so
sponsors or to win the
SCL is kind of
approval
on shaky
an
ground.
audience. His work.
Alright, SCL cast is delayed a bit. So after this
Bach
run, I'll do
once
some any
wrote,
percent runs, and I'll just keep doing
Music
runs until
should have
SCL
no
begins.
other end and aim
That sounds
than
like
the
fun.
glory of God
If I
and the
press
recreation
right
of
click,
the soul.
we
When
go
this
back
is
to the
not
beginning.
kept in mind, there is no true
I think the
music,
same happens if I accidentally
only
left click.
an
I don't quite
infernal
remember, and I'm not
clamor
going to test.
and ranting.
Like, if I touch my mouse,
name of the
my
power
computer
that
explodes.
moves
That's the mental image I have right now.
What is important is that you are moved. Awe is the foundation of religion. No other motivation can free you from the limits of personal achievement. Nothing else can teach you the art of flight. Computer games are barely 40 years old. Only a few words in our basic vocabulary have been established. A whole dictionary is waiting to be coined. The slate is clean.
This game is really good. Go buy
Someday
it.
soon, perhaps even in our lifetime, a game design will appear that will flash across our culture like lightning. It will be easy to recognize. It will be generous, giddy with exuberant inventiveness. Scholars will pick it apart for decades, perhaps centuries. It will be something wonderful, something terrifying, something awful.
Hello,
A few
Falcon.
years ago, I was invited to
Subway is
speak at a
my
conference
traditional
in
go-to.
London.
I did Whataburger last time
My
because it
wife
was
joined
closer
and we
and
took a
24
day off
hours, and it
for
was
some
like
sightseeing.
1 a.m. at the time.
We decided to visit England's second biggest tourist attraction, Stratford-upon-Avon. It was cold and rainy when our train arrived. Luckily, most of the attractions are just a short walk from the station. We visited Shakespeare's birthplace, a charming old house along the main street, which attracts millions of pilgrims every year, despite the complete lack of any evidence that Shakespeare was born there or even lived anywhere near it. We went past the school where Shakespeare learned to read and write, although no documents exist to prove his attendance. We visited Anne Hathaway's cottage, the rustic country farm where his wife spent her childhood, although no record shows anyone by that name ever having lived there. Finally, we came to the one location undeniably associated with Shakespeare, Trinity Parish Church, on the banks of the River Avon, where a man by that name is buried. This beautiful church is approached by a long walkway between rows of ancient gravestones, shaded by tall trees. The entrance door is surprisingly tiny. No cameras are allowed inside. The interior is dark and quiet. Despite the presence of bus
I mean, you can tell how far we are into the eclipse by
atmosphere
where
is
the
hushed
moon is.
and respectful.
I did a casual
Few
playthrough.
people
I streamed
seated in the
everything.
pews,
I highlighted it.
deep
It
in
was
prayer.
15 hours in one day.
An
It was
aisle
great.
leads up the center of the church. The left side of the altar is brightly illuminated. On the wall above is a famous bust of the bard, quill in hand, gazing serenely
I have my notes
at the
here.
crowd of pilgrims. On the floor
This is the one
beneath,
that's all stained.
surrounded by bouquets of flowers,
Good times.
at the very spot where Delia Bacon lost her mind, the gravestone of William Shakespeare bears this dire warning. Good friend, for Jesus' sake, forbear to dig the dust enclosed here. Blessed be the man who spares these stones, and cursed be he that moves my bones. Every year, 3 million pilgrims arrive from every nation on earth to approach this stone and consider the likeness of a man whose body of work can only be described as awesome. By contrast, the right side of the altar is dark and featureless. Nobody of any consequence is buried there. The only point of interest is a wooden case of simple design, carved of dark oak. Inside the case, sealed beneath a thick sheet of glass, lies a large open book. A plaque on the case identifies this book as a first edition of the King James Bible, published in 1611, when Shakespeare was 46. Not many pilgrims visit this side of the altar. Most of those that do simply glance at the book, read the plaque, and move along. A few, more observant, note
Oh,
that
Azrael
the
only had a
Bible
310?
happens to be opened to
Yeah,
a
this can
page
easily be a
in the
record.
Old Testament, the book of Psalms, chapter 46.
I have 9 minutes to complete
No
challenge to get to the last
explanation is
elevator.
given.
Assuming I haven't
Just
missed
look at
anything.
fearful
Choice
ferret,
of
the
pages.
gaming god.
Yeah, this will go fine.
Initiated, none is necessary.
I did all of the
If
routing.
you are of inquisitive bent,
Literally all of it.
if you are
It took a while.
intrigued by English history and literature, if you value your peace of mind, cover your ears now.
This is gonna blow your
In the year
mind.
1900, a scholar noticed something about the King James translation of Psalm 46. Something terrifying. Something wonderful. The 46th word from the beginning of Psalm 46 is shake. The 46th word from the end is spear. There are only two possibilities here. Either this is the finest coincidence ever recorded in the history of world literature, or it is not. The Earth revolves around only one sun and has only one moon. The moon happens to be 400 times smaller than the sun. The sun happens to be 400 times farther away. And the apparent paths of the moon and sun in our sky happen to intersect exactly twice every month. Which means that every now and then, at long yet precisely predictable intervals, the lunar disk slips across the face of the sun and just barely conceals it for a few wonderful, terrible minutes. A fine coincidence, no? In June of 1977, a little man with divergent eyes and a talent for mischief ascended a hilltop in the British village of Ampthill. At the summit of this hill is a tall, slender cross, a memorial to
In 15
Catherine
hours, I got like
Hawthorne,
9 or 10 lasers and made it most of the way through the mountain.
Eighth.
And then the rest of it, I
The sun,
did
high
offline.
in the south, cast the shadow of the cross
So yeah, NA presents in
upon
about
the
15
grassy
hours.
hillside.
It didn't take
At
me too long
exactly
to
12
do
noon,
like
the
90%,
man
and then I just
removed
looked up
from
the
his
rest so I
pocket
could route
a
100%.
bar magnet.
We're
He
almost
turned
there,
the
boys.
magnet so its north pole was facing south, and buried it under the shadow of the cross. 2 years later,
Alright,
a few hours before the publication of his first
I'm ready.
book, the man
It's time for
returned
the
to that
challenge.
hillside, this time in the dead of night.
It's time
He
for
used
the
a compass
challenge.
to locate the magnet he had buried. In that same place,
Don't touch the
he dug
mouse.
a hole in the ground
Not yet.
and placed inside a ceramic container inscribed with the following words:
It's after he says masquerade.
I am the keeper of the jewel of masquerade, which lies waiting safe inside me.
We did it. We did it. Alright. Now if I could remember how to get to challenge, we'll be good. So again, or that was a split, whatever. Alright, so we turn here. This takes us straight to challenge. Then we do challenge. Alright, if I get challenge first try, I think this is world record. If I fail challenge, this is not world record. Let's go. Alright. It all comes down to this. Alright, right corner. Or right edge, right edge, right edge. Both next to each other on the right edge. Oh dear, okay. Wait. That's not cool. What? There it is. There it is. No, that is. Oh my goodness, what? You've got to be joking. They must be reversed then. There's no other way. Alright, I'm dumb. Alright, that's bad. Yeah. I don't know why I'm having such trouble with these. They're not that hard. Freebie. Alright. I've practiced my entire life for this. What? What? It just has to be this one. I'm dumb. I'm not dumb. Ugh. I'm so slow on all of these. No, not that one. Let's see. There it is. Okay. Right edge. You go up like 2. At some point, all the way right, and here we are. 1, 2, 3. I have to get up there first. 1, 2, 3. Nice. 1, 2, 1, 2. Man, this one's just totally free, isn't it? Nice. Okay, okay, okay. World record. Don't lag. Don't do that. Alright, let's see. We need that one. Need both of those. But we also need one there. That's not it. That's not it! Oh my god. Okay. There's one here. So we have to start like that. Oh my god. These aren't even hard. That's the thing. Then there's one down there. Oh, this is bad. Okay. It's rotated! Oh god, okay. 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 Alright. Just need to grab that one. That almost worked. That almost worked. Just need to do this. Nice. Alright. Running to the end. That's all we have to do. We just run to the end. If I can remember which way the end is. I'm assuming that this is faster than taking the elevator down. Actually, I can save elevator for the run back. That's a good point. I'm gonna save elevator for this run back. It was not a terribly easy challenge. I messed up on a lot of it, though. I don't actually know if I did... Let's see. I really hope I haven't missed a puzzle. We're about to find out. Alright. Done? No! Okay. I missed the thing. I missed the thing. What did I miss? Shit. Yep. I missed the thing, and I don't know what it is. What? I did not miss puzzles, okay? The one by the music box. Did I actually not hit that one? I was supposed to hit that one on the way through. Oh god. Because I had already been in that room, but you're right, actually. That is the one. World record is still like 310. I may still be able to make it despite this. We'll see. Oh god. Don't lag. I was supposed to get this one on my way through the first time, but I forgot. Where am I going? Alright, this might not be world record. We did not agree to skip the eclipse. I waited through the eclipse. All of us did. Yep, I forgot this one because I'm dumb. Somebody type exclamation point world record or WR. Somebody do it. I unpaused my timer, or I like unsplit, so it kept going. Like, what did it say? What did it say? Oh, 3:10:54. Yeah, this is still a record. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. This is the world record. It's terrible, but it's the world record. I mean, you could have
Just
mentioned
look,
it like
beautiful ferret, the gaming
during
god.
the 55 minutes of waiting that I had forgotten it. Alright. This is a world record by a minute. Don't worry. Don't worry. Hey, we did it.
A star at dawn.
A star at dawn, baby. Star at dawn. 100% is hard, okay? It's really hard. Alright, I'm gonna do any percent runs.
Much obliged.